Before I get into the chapter, I do want to note that this is chapter 100 as a whole, because part 1 of Boruto was 80 chapters, and this is chapter 20 of Two Blue Vortex, meaning this is chapter 100. But whether you want to call it chapter 20 or chapter 100, it did not disappoint. We finally got to see Sarada's Mangekyo Sharingan. And it seems like Konohamaru fumbled the bag against Matsuri, but in his own defense, Shikamaru told him to double-cross her. And she was about to devour him, so he really didn't have a choice. But chapter 100, or 20 rather, is called Because of Love. So like I said, Matsuri was getting ready to devour Konohamaru, and Konohamaru was trying to talk her down. She was kind of being very cynical because she asked Konohamaru would he rather continue chatting it right up until she devours him, or would she just snap his neck? She would let him decide, and that's very, very cynical and cruel. But nonetheless, Konohamaru kept doing what Shikamaru ordered him to do and kept trying to talk her down to lower her guard. And when she finally did, he hit her with a double Rasengan. But we then get a panel of Jura crying, because we know that Jura is connected to all the shinju, kind of like how Nagato controlled the 6 paths of pain. However, it doesn't look like the other shinju are connected to each other. Rather, they're all connected to Jura because Jura is the main body of the Ten Tails. So I want to ask you guys, if Konohamaru succeeded in talking down Matsuri, do you think Jura would have had a change of heart and even thought of allying with the humans, or the shinobi rather? I think in this instance, with Konohamaru making Matsuri and therefore Jura by extension feel emotion and betrayal, that Jura will come to the realization that he needs to exterminate all of the humans and just start over. And the betrayal doesn't start getting any better from the feelings Jura might be feeling with Ryu, because we see in this chapter Ryu is still being shown to have been feeling betrayal by the leaf and sand shinobi. Ryu tells them at one part in this chapter to give up all their information on Boruto and he'll let them go, but they just assume that since they're captured that Ryu will just kill him anyway, and Ryu doesn't like that. They lump him in with them, seeing as how they betrayed him first. Ryu then ends up delivering a fatal blow to Yodo, and Mitsuki and Araya are unable to help because Ryu has their movements binded with his iron sand. Yodo knows she's done for, and in what I'm assuming are her last moments, she has a talk with Sarada about the power she's been hiding. And as Sarada begins to be enveloped in Ryu's iron sand, Yodo talks to her about the power that she's been holding back, and that it's okay to use it, and not only use it for Boruto's sake, but for everyone's sake. She's basically saying Sarada is subconsciously holding herself back because she hasn't even been using the Sharingan, if you guys haven't been seeing. At that moment, Sarada activates her Mangekyo Sharingan, and we see a black hole of some sort form and start absorbing all of Ryu's iron sand, freeing Araya and Mitsuki in the process. So in my opinion, this jutsu does look a lot like Kamui, like what other content creators have been saying. But if you guys have played Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 or Connections, this black hole looks a lot like 6 Paths Madara Black Pool Jutsu. It doesn't suck everything in like the Black Pool, but it looks like she can target what it sucks in specifically, which would make it pretty OP. The chapter ended off with her showing her Mangekyo Sharingan, so we didn't really get a name or anything, but it definitely has some characteristics of the Kamui, that's for sure. I'm sure the next chapter might even be named the name of the Mangekyo Dojutsu ability, but we'll have to wait until next month and see. I really did like the fact that we saw Jura feeling emotion through Matsuri, so I wonder what his course of action is going to be going down the line. But what did you guys think of this chapter? Did you guys think this was the right time for Konohamaru to betray Matsuri? Or do you think he should have talked her down a little bit more and not listened to Shikamaru? Let me know in the comments below. Also, do you think Sarada's Mangekyo Jutsu will be enough to overcome Ryu? Who do you think will walk away from this battle now knowing that Yodo got struck down? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Later.